Hi guys, welcome to my channel. If you're new here, welcome, and if you're not, welcome back. We're doing something a little different. I posted some short form like vlog style shorts and reels and TikToks and stuff, and overwhelmingly you guys requested like more vlog content after seeing those, so I haven't done like a long form vlog in a really long time. So this isn't going to be my typical like we have a project, let's start and finish it, but I'm just going to take you with me throughout my entire week so you can kind of see like everything I do in a week, I guess. Not everything, but most of the stuff I do. But we're starting this on a Sunday, so it's Sunday, it's 1 p.m. I've been cleaning all morning because every Sunday I clean the house, I clean my room, I do my laundry, I just try and set myself up for the week. So that is done. I got up earlier than I wanted to, so I ended up getting all the cleaning done early, which is kind of good because now it's 1 o'clock and I have a bunch of free time. So I think what I want to do today is start a sewing project. I've been wanting to do like a regular quilt since I did the rag quilt a couple weeks ago. Oh, okay. An alarm to turn in my assignments. Anyway, I've been wanting to do like a regular quilt ever since I did the rag quilt, so I think that's what we're gonna do today. I think, yeah, we're gonna make a baby quilt because I'm gonna figure out how to make regular quilts with just my sewing machine. I'm not gonna send it to a quilter, so we're gonna start small and like smaller size. So that's what I'm gonna do today, at least for now. All right, we're in the craft room, so let me show you the fabric we're gonna be using. My expectations are low. I'm not planning on like sitting here and doing a quilt start to finish, but I want to at least like get it prepped, so if I feel like sewing this week I can get to it. We have this fabric bundle of all these different blue colors, and I think it'll be enough for a baby blanket. So this is the front, and then for the back I think this is pretty sure this is 2 yards, but it's this like, it's like a starry blue. That's gonna be the backing. Of course there are already like threads stuck to it. It is so cold in here, like I just realized how cold it was in here. The backing we don't really have to mess with yet, but the goal, oh, and I also picked up this baby blanket size or crib size 45 by 60 inch cotton batting, so that's already done too. But the task right now is to get the top of the quilt done. So from my understanding, you make the top, and then once the top's complete, which is like the squares, you put the top, the batting, and then the backing, quilt all that together, and then you bind the edges. We're just gonna start by ironing and cutting all of these into the squares size I want. Now I did do the math like one night when I was bored. I sat and like did all the math to figure out the squares and everything so I wouldn't have to do it later. So let me find that in my notes app. Okay, so I want the blanket to be 36 inches by 52 inches. So we're gonna do 6 inch by 6 inch squares, and we need a total of 52. That's all we need to know. So let me just start ironing and cutting these into 6 inch by 6 inch squares. All right, I just finished cutting all 52 squares. I actually cut these too, but this equals 52. So I'm not gonna include these ones. I just think they're too light, and they're also just like really similar to the backing. So I'm gonna use these for something else, but we have some scraps left and also this plain blue I didn't cut. So that is left over. And then I think I'm gonna go lay these out and try and get an idea of how I want to do the top piece. All right, this is the baby blanket set up for, oh, she's so cute. I thought I was trying to catch her yawning. Anyway, this is the baby blanket layout. I'm gonna lay them out, stack them on top of each other in order, and then start sewing them together. Guys, I just finished it. This is the pressed seam, or I finished the quilt top, okay? But I pressed all the seams so that I can, what they call, sew in the ditch. But I finished the quilt top. It was a lot faster than I thought it was gonna be. 3:20. So I think I'm just gonna keep going. But the quilt top's done. It's supposed to be a baby blanket. It's all ironed. So now I'm just going to iron the backing, and then we have to lay it all out and kind of pin it all together, I think. I don't know, I'll have to look it up, but quilt top is done. Okay, I finished sewing in the ditch. You can't even see the seams, I mean, except for on the back, but they're perfect squares. So I was looking up different binding techniques, and I think the one I'm gonna do is the one where you use the back of your quilt as the binding. I think you just like fold it over and then you fold it over again. and so you don't need binding, you're just gonna use the quilt. I kind of like this like more than all the other ones I was looking at, so I went ahead and cut my top and my batting, and then I left 1 inch of the back there. So now I'm gonna figure out how to do the binding, and then the quilt will be done. It's 5 o'clock and I just finished the quilts. So let's go outside and take some pictures of it to show you what it looks like done. But it's 5 o'clock, so what? We started at 2, so it took like 3 hours. But yeah, it's done. This is what the front looks like. This is what the back looks like. I liked the binding with the backing. It was really easy. I finished that quilt a lot faster than I thought I would, and it's only like 5:30. So now I have the rest of Sunday like to read, which is so exciting because I really thought that I wasn't gonna get that done until like late tonight. So we're gonna start this book and see how far we get. People We Meet on Vacation by Emily Henry. I've read Book Lovers by Emily Henry and I loved it. It was like 5 out of 5, 10, like amazing, okay? 5 stars, 10 out of 10. I actually recommended it to my mom, who hadn't read a lot before, like of romance before that book, and she loved it. So I also loved it. So on Thrift Books, I ordered like 3 more. I ordered People We Meet on Vacation, Beach Read, and Happy Place. So I've been trying to get through them. They're all kind of like a summer, spring vibe, so now's the time to read them. So I'm gonna go ahead and read People We Meet on Vacation by Emily Henry. We're gonna start it today and see how far we get. I'm literally on like page 350 and I'm trying really hard not to cry. We just went through this whole book, literally about to be done, in one night because it's just so good and I love Emily Henry so much. But why did she do this to me? Why did she do this to me? It's a Friends to Lovers and it's going back and forth. I have 1 chapter left and I need it all to be okay in this last chapter because right now it is not okay. We go through the whole book, jumping back and forth between all these different summer vacations that these best friends went on, okay? I'm gonna cry. He's liked her this entire time, and then things change, and they end up kissing, and then they end up having, and like this is like 80% of the way in this happens. It's a slow burn, like, which is like my favorite, and also I'm so attached and why this is so upsetting. And they literally do it, and they get back from their trip, it blows up. It just blows up, and it's like this whole book has existed on these vacations, and now that they're back in real life, it's like I just can't. He has left her this entire time, and they do it, and when they get back home, or they're at the airport, they're about to go home, and she's literally like basically talking about how she only went on this trip because she wasn't happy and she needed a break from reality and like from life. And he instantly took that as like, oh, okay, like we just slept together and all of that wasn't real life. Now you're gonna go back to real life. Awesome. And he like blows up, which valid, like the conversation was bad. Instead of being like, no, I love you, she literally doesn't know. She's like, I don't know how I feel. And he's like, well, you need to figure it out because I've known this entire time. He's like, I know that I love you and that's why I did what I did. I wouldn't have gone that far with you if I didn't love you. And she's literally like, I don't know how I feel. And he's like, okay, well then you need to figure it out. I'm like, it's not even the part where I started crying. I started crying, I'm getting to it. I'm not even there yet. They're in the airport and he's literally like, well, you need to figure it out. And I don't think we should talk until you do. I literally can't. I can't. So she starts going to therapy and she's like trying to figure out like how to like fix it and like figure out what she wants. And she realizes she wants him. So she flies home because he still lives in their hometown and she lives in New York. She flies home to see her family and she goes to where he works and he's not there. So she goes to where he is at the bar and she just like confesses how she feels and she's like, no, like I love you and I didn't realize it and now I know. And he literally, she's like pouring her soul out and I'm thinking like this book's gonna end on a good note. And his response, this is what made me cry, his response to her pouring her soul out is, I want us to make sense and we don't, Poppy. I can't watch it fall apart again. That was his response to her. I want us to make sense and we don't. Like, are you kidding me? She literally just like poured her soul out to you, and you're just like, I want us to make sense, but we don't. Like, what do you mean? What do you mean? You literally make sense. Like, this you make sense. We did read almost this entire book today, and we're gonna finish it right now. The book is over, everybody. I'm happy for them. And also, I hate you, Emily Henry. I hate you, but I love you because I loved this book, okay? We need to pull it together. Now we're gonna change vibe a little because I am reading Ranger by Dr. Rebecca Sharp on my Kindle. Which is like, look at the cover. It's a different vibe than what we just went through. But I have 20% of this book left and I want to finish it because it's so good. I literally only started this because I wanted to read like a light summary romance. I did not intend on finishing this entire thing today, but I did. But it's only 11, so we have like another hour until I should be trying to sleep. So I'm gonna finish this Kindle Unlimited book. It's the 4th book in the Reynolds Protective series. Reynolds Protective Group series, doesn't matter. I read the first 3 and they sucked, but the 4th one is so good. I've been like literally limiting myself the last couple days. I will stop myself from reading more so that I can like, you know, extend the experience. I'll see y'all in the morning. Good morning. Happy Monday. I just posted on Instagram about that quilt we made yesterday. So that's done. And then the first thing I do every morning, since you guys want me to take you along with me in my week, the first thing I do in the morning is my morning pages. I've been doing, let me get the book actually. I've been doing The Artist's Way for the last, I think I'm on week 7. I almost said 6, but I'm on week 7 and I think there's 15 weeks, but I have been doing this for 7 weeks. And part of this is morning pages every morning, which is basically just, you have to fill 3 full pages of just like but your thoughts just like flow out for 3 full pages. I've been doing this for, well, this is week 7, so 6 weeks total. And this journal was empty and now we're at the halfway mark. So I'm definitely gonna fill a journal for the very first time in my entire life. I will fill an entire journal, which is really cool. I'm gonna do my morning pages and then we need to start with some homework. So for school, it looks like I only really have 2 big assignments this week. I have a final exam for one class and a 10-page paper for another class, and a bunch of little assignments, but I mean, those don't take that long. So the only 2 big ones I have are the final paper and the final exam. So I think it's time to do my exposure therapy. It's almost 1 o'clock, so it'd be a good time to get out of the house for a little bit. I've been doing exposure therapy, trying to do it every day or every other day. And I've been documenting it on like short form content, so like shorts, reels, TikToks, things like that. Today's is gonna be going to the car wash because I've never gone through a car wash before because I'm scared, which makes it perfect exposure therapy because it's something I've avoided for years. And I just hand wash my car for the sake of saving money, but in reality it's just because I'm scared of going through a car wash. So just got back from taking my car to the car wash and look, she's in the sun spot. It's her favorite spot. I've been in the craft room working on my shop update stuff, and I'm so excited to share with you guys. Like, you guys kind of get a sneak peek if you're watching this vlog, but the next shop update is going to be with jewelry and also some phone charms, hopefully. Those aren't done. I'm still kind of figuring out like the designs of those. For sure there will be some really cute chokers, so I want to show you what I got done. Look at these chokers. I have them all on one right now just because I don't know where else to put them, but they're so cute. There's gonna be 2 of these heart butterfly ones, 2 of these moth ones, and also 2 of the chunky butterfly ones. And then I have 6 of the spiral star chokers. Those are all ready for the shop update, and I'm working on a couple more things. I want to add, I already have the ladybug charms on here, but I want to add like a leaf charm and stuff like that. So these are like in the works for phone charms. They're not done yet. And I'm working on some pendant chokers as well along with these ones. So they're exactly what I pictured in my head when I was drawing this out. So It's literally perfect. Now that we're back home and I'm done with all of like my outside running around, I'm gonna go ahead and spend some time studying for my final. Maybe even start that paper that I have to do this week. I don't know though. We might start that later. I at least need to get my readings done before lecture on Wednesday. So that gives me today and tomorrow to get all my readings done. So, but I'm just gonna be working on that for a little bit. I need to put this down. Everything in me wants to just start reading another book. I don't want to do homework right now, but we can read later. We can read tonight. We can start another book tonight because I'm not currently reading anything right now. I just finished 2 books yesterday. I already know what I'm going to read because I have books from the library that I want to finish so I can take back and check something else out. So we'll be reading those, but let's lock in and study for finals at least for a few hours, and then we can do fun stuff. It's almost 4 o'clock. I haven't gotten any studying done because I forgot that I had to film a video today, a crochet idea video. So yeah, cute keychain ideas. Go check it out if you want a cute keychain. One of the ones in that video I did, and here is it. Here is it. Here it is. It's so cute. I did this one a long time ago, but this pattern is over in that video if you want it. So cute. Right here by my little picture. Now we have to get serious and actually study for finals, okay? No more dilly-dallying, no more work. Studying. I just finished my last reading. It's done. We're done. It's 10 p.m. I'm so tired. I finished reading. We're done with school reading. I'm prepared, okay? Now I want to lay in bed. I was literally about to lay down and start reading, and I remembered that I need to pack orders. So we have 8 Etsy orders that we need to get packed to send out tomorrow. So I got out of bed and we're gonna pack them really quick.
To grow this art community, I will always be forever grateful for the times day. So that way it sends a very clear or guilty or even shameful for charging.
Guys, let's do vertical ledge stay hot. I remember that. I'm gonna in the front here with the bus up.
All of the orders are packed and it's 11:11. Oh my god, why can't you see that? Weird. It's 11:11, so make a wish. I'm going to bed. I just got back from the gym. First time I've gone since I got my membership 2 years ago. So I prefer working out at home, to be honest. I felt like the whole time I was just trying to figure out where to look. Like, while you're working out, I'm trying not to look at other people, but like, what else is there to look at? It's like hard. 40-minute workout done. I worked on my study guide for my final this morning. I forgot to film that, but I did do that. And now I'm gonna take a shower and then we either edit or we do homework. It's pretty much my life, you guys. Sorry, it's kind of boring. I've been working on my homework for a little bit now. I just finished the study guide for the final that I have this week. So the study guide's done. So now we can like study tomorrow, not today. We're not doing that today. But I'm watching Maddie on YouTube, and I think I'm gonna get Taco Bell. And then after that, we'll do the editing that we need to do. I'm gonna edit 50 crochet ideas, cute keychains. So, and that's gonna take a couple hours. So, Taco Bell, and then editing, and then whatever else we have to do tonight. Hopefully that's it. I think that's it. Maybe we'll start a book. I was gonna start a book last night, but it was too late. So hopefully I can start one tonight. There's 80 cute keychain crochet ideas, okay? I love keychains. You can make them really fast, and you... Look at how cute this thumbnail is. It's so cute. Love it. I'm still watching Maddie on YouTube while I do my thumbnail stuff, but I just finished all my YouTube work, and now I can come over... Oh, you're the cutest. I can come over here and cuddle with you and give you all the love. Why is it so zoomed in? Say hi, Alice. Ew. Well, I just finished editing that video, so that's done. It's 6:30 p.m. and I can either read or make some shrinky dinks, which I think I'm gonna do some shrinky dinks because they've been on my list for a while. I can hear Dylan in the background. But I want to make some shrinky dinks and play around and figure out how they work better so that I can include them in the next shop update, hopefully, if I can figure out how. So let's make some shrinky dinks. Let me go find the shrinky dink paper. I literally bought it like a month or two ago and I haven't opened it, so I'm gonna go find it and then we can play with some shrinky dinks. We are downstairs on the dining room table because no one's down here. So I'm going to take advantage of the space, and this is where we're going to be playing with our shrinky dinks. I'm so excited. I bought these like 2 months ago and I haven't had a chance to sit down and like play with them. I originally bought them with the idea that I was going to make some keychains with them. I also have a UV resin like setting stuff too to finish them off when we're done, but I don't really know what I'm going to do yet. So right now I'm just kind of playing around and basically learning how to use shrinky dinks and figuring out dimensions and practicing like different drawing things and figuring out what works better. So the supplies we're going to try, I'm going to try my Prismacolor pencils, and I also have these Posca paint pens, but paint markers, but they're so old. I got them like years ago, so they're probably dried out, but if they're not, I wanted to try them and see, because people say that color pencils are better and some people say these paint pens are better. So like, I was gonna test both of them. Plus I've never made these before, so I'm kind of just excited to have fun. I know I want to make keychains. I also need to make some little charms to go on some phone charms I'm making with the ladybugs, and then I also want to make buttons too. So we have 2 different kinds of shrinky dink. We have this kind, I think they're the same, but they're like from different companies. So we have this one, shrinks to 20% of the original size. Okay, this is the A6 size, and then this one came with a hole punch. Yay, because I don't have a hole punch, so grateful for that. Hole punch, that's our other supplies we have. And then this is another type of shrinky dink I got. This one will probably be easier to eyeball if I know like it's gonna be half the size. So let's just start with the 50% one. I also brought my iPad down here so I could look up some on Pinterest, some ideas. Like little shapes, and like, because when I go to draw stuff, like say I'm gonna draw an apple, if I don't have a reference photo, I completely forget what an apple looks like. So this is for my reference photos, and let's do Prismacolors first. So let's just do this whole sheet with just color pencils and bake them and see what happens, and then we'll try the marker. Okay, a little update. I've been at this for like, I don't even know, like an hour and a half. I literally am just, it's quiet down here. I just like went nonverbal and just colored, and it was the best ever. If I'm being completely honest, I had a really stressful day today, and you're probably like, what was so stressful about it? Well, exposure therapy today kind of kicked my butt. I'm not gonna lie. I went to the gym for the first time as exposure therapy, and I guess I just didn't realize how anxious I was until I got home, and I'm kind of feeling like the after effects of pushing myself like that. So I don't want to talk to anybody. I mean, like, my camera is one thing, but I don't want to talk to anybody. I don't want to do anything important. I just want to like be quiet. Be quiet and draw. So let me show you what they look like. So I'm gonna cut these and put them in and see what happens before I make any more. But these are the doodles we did with our Prismacolor pencils. I'm not sure about the size. I'm wanting these to be buttons. So I'm planning on putting like buttonholes on all of them. And if they shrink 50%, then they should be roughly button size. I'm not sure. This is kind of like our test run. But these are the drawings for this sheet. And then I went ahead and grabbed another sheet. My paint markers are not dried out, so I tried them out. These are the colors I have. I don't think I have any more. All of the other ones are like dried out. They're knockoff paint ones or different ones. But these are the colors I had. They're all still usable, which I recommend these because I've had them for years and they never dried out. So here's the other sheet I did. The strawberry, the spiral, and this star are color pencils, and all of these ones are paint. I will say the paint markers show up better before like we put them in the oven. Like they just look more vibrant than the color pencils. But let's cut them all out. I'm gonna punch some holes in them, cut them out, and put them in the oven, and then we'll see how much they shrink and if we like working with color pencils or markers. Okay, I just cut everything and put the little buttonholes and everything, so let's oven them, put them in the oven, and see how much they shrink. So let me hold one so you can kind of see like the size of them. Okay, all the ones I drew fit on a paper, or on a parchment paper sheet. So I'm putting the color pencils on the left, and then these 2 rows on the right are paint marker. So we're gonna see what they look like when we pull them out. I'm preheating the oven right now to 330, and that's supposed to only be in there for 1-2 minutes. So guys, they're so tiny. They're the perfect size. I think I like the way that the color pencil ones look more than this is Prismacolor pencil. I think they just look a lot better than the paint ones. So here's the apple I did with the color pencil. And then here's the apple that I did with the paint. This is the paint. I think for sizing, we did a pretty good job. Like, this is button size. So we can do the resin casing some other time this week. I decided to keep making some more, so I made more of the ladybug buttons and the apples and stuff, and more like swirly buttons. I really wanted to do this giant butterfly just to see how small it ended up being, and this is how they all turned out after I baked them. So the butterfly ended up being like hand size, like keychain size, so I like how that turned out. And then I made a bunch of little leaves. Good morning, it's Wednesday. I know the lighting is a little weird, but I have lab in an hour, and it's actually my last lab of the semester. I have 1 more week of school after this week, and this is the last lab meeting. And then next week we just have evaluations, which are like meetings just one-on-one with our professor. So it's 2 hours long. I have it in an hour. So I'm gonna do my morning pages really quick. I just woke up and I got a Diet Coke, and now I'm gonna do my morning pages, and then we'll get ready for lab and do that. Then I have 2 classes after lab. Yeah, I mean today's mostly just classes. So, and I just want to say I signed up for pop-up market, oh my god, for May 10th. So I'm on break from school all of May, and I've been thinking of doing a market, or like trying to find a market. They're hard to come by, like good ones, so I don't know if this one's gonna be good, but I came by one, signed up, so May 10th, okay? May 10th, oh my god, oh my god. And then I realized I don't have business cards, so I ordered those if you want to see. I'm going as Scaredy Cat Shop. This will be the first market for Scaredy Cat Shop, but this is the front of the business card, and this is the back of the business card. So super simple, like all of the branding for this shop, but this will be the first Scaredy Cat Shop pop-up market that I'm doing, and I'm nervous, but it's gonna be fun. And yeah, so we have until May 10th. It's April 23rd when I'm filming this, at least today is, so we have some time, but not a lot of time. So I'm gonna be doing a lot of sewing, so keep your eye out for a prepping for a market vlog, because that is what I'm filming next. Originally for these pendants I was gonna do watercolor, but I had some leftover pressed flowers from another project, so I decided to just do pressed flowers instead. And they turned out really cute. I just finished them, so I want to give them like 24 hours to cure before I put the necklaces on, or like the chokers. But the pendants are done. I pressed all of them, glued them all, so now they just have to sit for like 24 hours. So now we'll wait. But they turned out really cute. So these will also be part of the drop with the other chokers I showed you. So I bought this sewing pattern a couple weeks ago, and I haven't gotten around to making it, but when I bought it, I cut it out and like taped all the pieces together. And when I was at the fabric store, like last time I went, I got fabric for the top too. So I have the pattern cut out and the fabric ready, and I want to make it because I'm thinking if it turns out the way I want, maybe I'll wear it to my market I have in May. So, because I want to wear something that I made like at the market. I feel like that'd be fitting. So we're gonna make it with this fabric. I also have a feeling I'm not gonna like this fabric on me because it's like my skin tone, like pink, so it might not look very flattering, and if it isn't, then I'll do it in a different pattern. But this is just kind of like the test fabric we have to see how it turns out. So let's go ahead and cut the fabric. Hey, so I finished it. I don't know how I feel about it. I can't tell if it's just the pattern they tie on the side. The front looks like this. I think what I don't like about it is when you turn to the side, pokes out. Like, it doesn't go flat, if that makes sense. Like, if you have any chest at all, it like just sticks out. Don't love the fabric. Maybe it's the fabric I don't like. It's like I'm pretty sure it's like a quilting cotton though, so maybe that's why I went wrong. It's a little stiff. Even the straps are pretty stiff, but I feel like if I just like steamed it or maybe washed it, it'd get less stiff. You win some and you lose some when it comes to snowing. I almost said snowing. When it comes to sewing, Jesus. That's all the sewing I'm gonna do tonight. I'll see y'all in the morning. Okay, so it's the next day. I did my workouts, took a shower, and I wanted to get these pendant chokers done before I sat down and spent the next few hours doing homework. So I wanted to get these done and get them up on the shop today. So let me show you. I've been in here for like an hour. I just finished them up and I want to show you how they turned out because they turned out so much better than I thought they would. So cute. This one's kind of like the frame style, 3 of them. And then we have the heart style. These literally look like something that Buffy or Willow would wear in Buffy the Vampire Slayer. I love them so much. They're giving like 90s chunky, like pendant, simple pendant choker. We have the teardrop ones, and there are 3 of those, alternating like blue and burgundy flowers. And then I love the circle ones. The circle ones might be my favorite, but we have the circle style ones. Those ones are giving 90s Buffy for sure. So I got 3 of those different flower options, and then we have the square ones, which might be like my favorite or second favorite. Might be my favorite or second favorite compared to the circle ones, but very 90s Buffy. And there are 3 of those as well. 2 burgundy pink ones and those ones. So I'm going to take pictures of all of these and get them up on the shop today. By the time this goes out, if there's any left, then you can go to scaredycat.shop and get one if you like any of them. I finally got them uploaded onto the shop. So they're there. And now I can start doing homework. Oh my god. She's so cute. I have to sit a little more to the right so I don't disturb her sleep, but hi, it's 8:30 p.m. I've been doing homework this entire time. I finished all of my smaller assignments for the week. The only 2 things I have left are my final paper, the 10-page paper, and my final exam. So I actually got 6 pages of the 10-page paper done. And so I was trying to work on it more, but my right eye started twitching, which is my sign that I'm done with homework for today. And I need to get off my laptop. So my laptop is closed. I'm gonna finish my paper tomorrow and take my final exam tomorrow, and then my homework will be done for the week. I'm usually consistent in getting all my homework done by Friday so that I can have the weekend to do YouTube work and stuff. But basically that's the update for today. My Thursdays tend to look like this usually. I spend pretty much all day doing homework so that I can have a weekend. But we're going thrifting tomorrow. Hopefully. The weather's gonna be nice. It's gonna be cold. So tomorrow we'll take my final exam, finish writing my paper either in the morning or when we get back from thrifting, and we're gonna go thrifting. But tonight, all that's left for my day, or I guess my night, is to read more of this book. I started it last night, Mad About You. I started it last night and I got about 100 pages in. So I definitely want to get further tonight and maybe even finish it because it's kind of early. It's only 8:30. So I just remembered that I need to pack orders. Like this, I feel like this happens every night. I lay in bed and I'm like, time to relax and read, and then I'm like, oh wait a minute, I didn't pack orders today. So we're packing orders.
Is this some rebellious statement on masculinity? Or is this simply the sense of self you like to present to—
You're the one who called that right?
Do you want a lollipop?
Come on, it was—
I have nothing to fear from a pathetic girl like that.
Before long.
Packages are done. Okay, I just finished taking my final. Good morning. Okay, good morning. It's Friday. I love Fridays. I love Fridays. I just took my final. I did my morning pages and then I was like, okay, let's get this final out of the way so we could go do something fun. Did my final. I don't know what I got yet. She has to grade it. So now we're just gonna go thrifting. This thrift trip is either gonna be celebratory as a yay, you know, passed my first final for the semester, or it's gonna be I got a terrible score on my final, so let's make myself feel better and go thrifting. But we won't know until after because she has to grade my final. So let's get dressed. It's cold today. It's supposed to rain tomorrow. It's so weird. It's been hot all week, but that's California. So yeah, I'm gonna get dressed and then we're gonna go thrifting. I want to find some button-ups to upcycle into dresses for the market, and I need some clothes in general. I'm looking for long skirts and like business casual kind of tops, but like not too businessy, for my internship that starts in June. So a few things we're looking for, but mostly just going for vibes. I almost left without showing you guys my thrifting outfit. Why am I dressed for fall in the middle of spring, you ask? Well, it's 67 degrees outside, so what's up with that? I'm wearing my Gilmore Girls Stars Hollow Gilmore Girls sweater I got for Christmas, and then these jeans are thrifted, and then I'm wearing my knockoff mini Uggs. Yay! Let's go thrifting! Also, I got this. I don't remember where I got this. I think it was a gift. But super cute. It's like a long tote bag instead of like wide. And I kind of love it. I haven't been using it, so I've been starting to use it recently, and I feel like it just fits the outfit very nicely. So happy fall in the middle of spring. Let's go thrifting. I'm back from my thrifting adventure. Let's do a little haul. Throw it all in the washer before I do like a try on. So let me just kind of hold things up for now. Keep in mind, I'm getting stuff for my internship, so it's kind of like business casual-ish too. So that's what this is for. This is like my business casual find. Cute button up. Okay. Also, look how nostalgic this is. I got this t-shirt, a Magic School Bus t-shirt. I had to get that. Okay, so that's just like for summer, for fun. This is for my internship, but I don't know, I'd have to wear like an undershirt or something because it has kind of holes in it, but I love green and it's just airy and it's over summer, so I want to have like lightweight stuff, but I feel like this could pass as like business cash. So then I got this button up to turn into a dress. This is the fabric. This top for my internship, cute. I have something like this but in black, so this one's just like in a green. And then top, it's like a velvety whimsigoth kind of vibe, and it's gonna go with the skirt that I have, so I thought that was cute. This is another internship top. It's a button up, just a striped button up, nothing really fancy, but it's that like business casual material. I got this, which is kind of like a little shawl, but I thought it'd be really cute for every day and also just for like my use and also for my internship because it's really cute. It's really cute. But yeah, this is like the pattern of it, and it's really thin and lightweight. It reminded me of like a 90s style, but look at it. It has the little rose. It's like silky. Super, super cute. Super cute. So I got that too. And that's the whole haul. So now I'm gonna write my paper, but I think I'm gonna end the video here. So thanks for hanging out with me this week. Hope you guys had a good time. Let me know in the comments if you guys liked this style of video, and I'll do more of them. We're kind of testing it out this week to see how we liked it, and I liked filming it. So if you guys like watching it, then maybe I'll make some more of them like this. So I will see you guys in the next video. Love you guys. Bye.